I have nearly 4 years of experience in IT industry. In coming to AWS plus DevOps, I have 3 years of experience. In AWS, mainly we are using IAM services to create EC2 security groups and load balancers. And domain name purpose, we are using Load 53, and S3 like package storage purpose, and network purpose, we are using VPC. VPC to have internet gateway and NAT gateway and route tables. And VPC peering also we can done static website by using S3. We are using static website using CloudFront also we are using. And coming to DevOps side, we are using version control system is like Git. Mainly we are using Java based applications. Build tool is called MVN clean package. After build the package, we upload to the S3. And CI/CD purpose we are using Jenkins. And container purpose we are using Docker orchestration tool. Monitoring purpose we are using Grafana and Prometheus. And on yes, this is.
Okay, okay, fine. Thanks for sharing your informations. So let me ask you some couple of questions on AWS. Later we can move on to DevOps. Okay. So coming to AWS, as you
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
you have a good exposure with the S3, right? So when we are
Yes.
working with S3, can you tell me what are the reasons you are getting chances to create S3 customized policy? Which are the different scenario you experienced to create a customized policy?
This is customized policy. Yeah, we have to provide a step by step specification of that policies.
What scenario you will provide a policy? I know step by step we'll provide a policy. What is the need? In which use case you got experience and exposure in your current project to create a customized S3 policy? What is the requirement you
Yeah,
created a policy?
yeah, yeah, permissions up to the S3, like that kind of policies we are creating.
I didn't get the answer actually. You got my question basically. We have S3 custom policy. In your scenario, in what purpose you have received that requirement?
Yeah, we have to provide specification of S3 or
I'm not sure whether you understand my questions or not. Okay, I'll ask you a different question. All right. So we don't want to stick it over here. So the another question from S3 itself I'll ask you. In what requirement, in what use case you will go ahead and you will use S3 lifecycle part?
S3 have three classes: standard, infrequent, glacier. Standard means regularly we are using the data. Infrequent means some days we are using. Glacier means number of days it can be achievable. That kind of life cycle we are using in S3.
Okay, here what is the need of lifecycle?
Yeah, Git life cycle. Yeah, sorry. S3 life cycle, old data not be used to move from one storage class to another storage class. In number of days, it will be achieving in Glacier. In number of days means 600 days, it will be automatically deleted. That kind of life cycles we are using.
Okay. All right. I have a S3 bucket where I have enabled the server access log. So all the logs, right, I pointed to one of the directory called logs. So can you tell me and suggest me which is the easiest way to analyze that S3 bucket logs?
Yeah, yeah. Mainly, yes, cloud time only we are check the S3 bucket lab.
So forget about cloud trial. My question is all about there is something called server access logging. If you go to the property of S3 bucket, there is something called server access logging. When you enable that, you will get a log. How do you analyze that
Yes,
logs?
yes, 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 yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll ask you a different question. So when my client, right, they have a requirement. They wanted to create a service account. Through CLI, they need to access S3 bucket. So can you tell me what are the steps involved in terms of providing their service account, and how will they access S3 bucket? So CLI, top to bottom. When you got this request, okay, you got a ticket. Says the client need to access CLI. Through CLI, they want to access S3. So what you will do from starting to end?
Once you repeat again that.
Yeah, no problem. So just imagine you are working in a project. Just imagine you are working in a
Okay.
project. You got a ticket. Ticket requirement is all
Okay.
about client wants to access S3 through CLI,
Okay.
command line interface.
Okay.
Okay, for that, since you are a cloud engineer in the project, you need to provide a solution to them. What and all you will
Yes.
do?
Yes. Yeah. Mainly, first of all, we will install AWS CLI.
Sorry.
First of all, we will install AWS CLI.
Okay. Okay. After that,
After that, we are using some commands.
what command it is exactly?
Uh, AWS S3 LS, AWS S3 CLI, that kind of commands we are using AWS S3 CP.
Mm-hmm. What about authentication?
I am S3 full access up.
Can you tell me the flow? How will you create authentication?
Yeah, create the roles. Go to create the roles and uh, yeah. First of all, we will go to the AWS console, goals, create the roles, and create the young role. In that time, we have mentioned we are what kind of access they are using. Particular, we are using S3 bucket gives me S3 full access. This kind of the role we are creating. Choose tags that kind of roles and go to the select the instance and go to the actions. In that action, change the I am change the IAM to that kind of configurations I have.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, fine. So can you tell me something? I want to encrypt my S3 bucket. Okay. So what type of
Yeah.
encryption you will use?
Yeah. SQL. Yeah. Basically, base 64 also we are using in encrypt purpose only. ACS 254 also we are using. AES 254 also we are using encrypted data. AES KMS, that kind of encryption.
What is the difference between default S3 encryption key and CMK, custom managed encryption key?
Yeah. Um, yeah. Both are used to encrypt S3 buckets.
Yes, I know that. Both are using for encrypting S3 bucket. What is the difference? You have
No.
4 years experience, right? All 4 years are belongs to AWS or what?
AWS plus DevOps both. And starting my career, I work on some administration related work after I get a chance to work with AWS. That's
Okay,
why I can
from
speak
your beginning
AWS.
of your career, you're working in AWS DevOps, is it?
Yes.
Okay, okay, fine. My client has a requirement. They want to set up load balancer with auto scaling. Back end of my load
Yeah.
balancer, right? I need two EC2 instance.
Okay.
I want to achieve this through Terraform.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
before you start work on Terraform script, what are all the input you will collect from
Okay.
the customer?
Yeah. Yeah, first of all, we request like how many users.
Why you need users basically when you are creating load balancer auto scaling in CC2 instance? Why you need to ask users?
Yeah, load balancers, load purpose only. We have check that.
Okay. Fine, Ajnelu. I've done with my part. Okay. I'll update the feedback to HR. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your time.